Councillor Vaughan will be the next speaker.
Well, it's interesting to note the focus here has been on the safety and the access that fire trucks have to the center lane. And my reading of the report raises a totally different set of concerns that I think that the TTC is going to have to start to address, and that has to do with sideways. It's the ever diminishing amount of sidewalk on St. Clair Avenue. I've reviewed it with my colleague who's the councillor for the area and sits next to me. He shows me there's some improvements, but I think by and large we keep losing pedestrian realm. And I hope that the TTC is beginning to understand that while there is tremendous amounts of support for Transit City and for rolling out light rail across the city, and most of us, the majority of us, embrace it as a method of bringing transit to neighborhoods that have sat in the sidelines and waited patiently for rapid transit to arrive, that when they move these projects through neighborhoods, they have got to do it with neighborhoods. And they have got to start planning these projects in such a way that they generate support instead of opposition. And you know, there's a great deal to be learned from this project. And as you start to take a look at banning all left-hand turns in the downtown core, and as you start to take a look at widening sidewalks to block traffic through the entertainment district, and as you start to deal with other issues, you know, Kensington Market is still trying to figure out why left-hand turns into Baldwin Street were built out of the plan 10 years ago. It's still creating problems for Kensington to this very day. You've got to start to listen to the folks on the street with the local experience who understand how these neighborhoods work on a day-in, day-out basis. Because when you do that, solving the problems that will occur as designs get built out, like the situation with the fire trucks, and trying to finesse the solutions, as those problems occur, they're much more easy to resolve, and they don't put the whole plan in jeopardy because someone's looking to catch you or get you out on a technical amendment or a problem. And so I hope that's what's being learned. I hope. But my sense is that part of this proposal has been started. It started in a very strange way. I remember the debate covering it as a journalist, where the chair of the TTC at that point said, "We're going to build it. Well, don't worry. We'll consult with you, but we're going to build it no matter what you say." And that's and they did, but the reality is, and Councillor Moskowitz might remember making those comments, but the reality is that what that did was it put a permanent opposition to this project, watching this file day in, day out, and when they see one bolt, one track, one light standard out of place, or the you know, the railings already falling apart, or the tiling bricks not when you find those problems, what you end up doing is you end up with all these reports at City Council, and that's what builds your opposition, and that's what puts it in such a precarious position. I hope the TTC is finally learning that if you build with the neighborhoods, the path of least resistance is presented to you. When you build against the neighborhoods, you end up in constant opposition. And I hope that's the lesson that's learned here. I will support the proceeding with the plan that's in front of us, but it continues to raise concerns in all of our minds, and that's a problem.